People don't disappear because they're done with you. They disappear because they're fighting a psychological battle you never saw. And the truth behind their vanishing act is far darker than you think. They disappear when connection starts feeling dangerous. Some people vanish the moment things stop feeling casual. When closeness begins forming, their instincts shift from curiosity to fear. They start thinking, if I stay, they'll see parts of me I can't control. For them, emotional intimacy is not warmth, it's exposure. The deeper you get, the more naked they feel, and their mind goes into survival mode. Psychologists call this emotional hypervigilance. They scan for danger even where danger doesn't exist. The moment they feel truly seen, they run to protect themselves from the vulnerability they never learned to handle. Their disappearance isn't random, it's their defense mechanism. Their identity isn't stable enough to maintain relationships. Imagine constantly shifting between versions of yourself, never knowing which one is genuine. This is how emotionally unstable people experience relationships. One week they're present. The next week they're confused by their own feelings. Then suddenly, they're gone. People who disappear often have a fragmented sense of self. They don't vanish because of something you did. They vanish because they can't keep pretending long enough. When you get too close to seeing who they really are, they retreat into silence. Not because they dislike you, but because they can't maintain the identity they showed you. Their exit is self-protection against being exposed as inconsistent. Disappearing helps them avoid accountability. Some people don't know how to handle responsibility, so they manage it by refusing to face it. They hate conversations that require honesty or explanation. They fear being confronted, questioned, or called out. So instead of saying, I can't do this right now, I'm overwhelmed, I don't know what I feel, they choose the easiest option, vanish. Silence protects them from admitting fault. Distance protects them from discomfort. Disappearing protects them from accountability. To you, it feels cruel. To them, it feels like escape. They're carrying emotional baggage they pretend doesn't exist. People who vanish often have past wounds that still shape their reactions today. They learned early in life that emotional chaos is safer than emotional commitment. So when your presence begins feeling important, something collapses inside them. Old fears wake up. Old memories return. Old trauma replays in the background of their mind. Instead of healing, they repeat their patterns. Get close, panic, disappear. You weren't abandoned because you lacked value. You were abandoned because they never healed. Their silence is a symptom of old pain they refuse to face. Their disappearance gives them a sense of control. When someone's life feels chaotic, control becomes addictive. And one of the easiest ways for a psychologically fragile person to feel powerful is by walking away without warning. They choose the timing, the silence, the distance. It's the one moment where they feel completely in charge. Disappearing becomes a tool, a reset button, a way to manage anxiety, a way to avoid losing power in a relationship they felt they couldn't handle. They don't leave because they're heartless. They leave because control gives them psychological relief. They don't form real emotional bonds, only situational ones. Some people connect based on moments, not emotions. They bond with the feeling of the situation, not with the person in front of them. They enjoy you when you're fun, uplifting, distracting, or comforting, but they don't attach to you on a deeper level. So when life shifts, stress increases, or emotions get complicated, they slip away effortlessly because nothing inside them ever rooted deeply enough to keep them grounded. This is emotional detachment, and it makes disappearing feel natural to them, not cruel. They were present in the moment, but not invested in the bond. They use disappearing as a psychological reset. Some people treat relationships like tabs on a browser. When too many are open, they click close all. They can't manage emotional overload, so they manage it by erasing the connection entirely. They reset everything: friendships, relationships, commitments, anything that pulls too much energy. Disappearing feels cleansing to them. Silence feels like relief. Distance feels like oxygen. You weren't rejected. You were removed during their emotional reset. They detached long before you noticed. People rarely disappear overnight. Their body stays, their messages continue, but their emotions slowly fade away. By the time they leave physically, they have already left mentally. You're not witnessing the beginning of their withdrawal. You're witnessing the final step. Their sudden silence is just the first moment you noticed, the ending they've been preparing for weeks. This is why their exit feels shocking. You only saw the surface. They've been drowning inside long before they let you see the water. They think you'll adapt to their absence. People who disappear rely on time to do the explaining for them. They believe you'll eventually give up asking questions and move forward without clarity. They think silence solves everything. They assume you'll recover. They believe their vanishing act will hurt, but only temporarily. What they don't understand is that disappearing doesn't make them stronger. It reveals the emotional weakness they've been hiding behind. Thank you for watching this video. Follow for more.